You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use up, can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, it look like I'm foreign cars, driving fast, I never done this before. Get drown out my problems, let me when up in magic.
Okay, Coach, we are just west of downtown Denver off of I-25 at Empower Field at Mile High. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Denver Broncos. Fall is in the air and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. This is taken at his 4. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
You ready? 54. Mike 54. Bring it. Bring it.
This is the former Nittany Lion, the rookie Miles Sanders. Space to maneuver at the 40. And finally, down at the 41-yard line. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only they're controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Now the rookie from Boise State, Alexander Madison. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Off play action, it's Minshew. He's going to air one out. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Give him 30 yards there.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly second and long. It's a second down run with Sanders. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
They'll roll him out right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Badgley's kick is good. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points.
Yo, faster! General West!
Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
Hit it!
Now the second year back from LSU, it's Darius Geis. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 24-yard line.
Set 50, plant. Check, 53 is mine. I don't think you got it. Get it.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Escapes the defender. 22 yards there, a first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially as pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 44-yard line. Here's Tannehill. He gets this to Davante Adams. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Go, go. 54 is mine. 54 is mine. Say go.
It's Geis on the counter. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he'll be down close to the first down marker as he gets this to the Broncos 22. Tannehill going to throw on 3rd and 1. And Eifert has it. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, he'll have to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Tannehill now to throw, and that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Davante Adams, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
From the 27, Minshew. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
I think you have to chalk that one up for the defense there. Someone right on the spot, excellent coverage, didn't leave him enough room to come down inbounds, even though he did catch the football.
They'll go play action here with Minshew. got his man. That's Harry. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
6-3 is our score after 1. It's the NFL on EA Sports. On second down, it's Sanders. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
From the gun, Minshew to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
That's another Broncos first down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Let's go. 57's right. Hey, watch the trick stones. Have it. Check 3. Go.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time.
Brandon, that just looked like a lot of confusion to me at the line of scrimmage. I don't think the offense had any idea of who was coming on the blitz and who was dropping off.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Here's Minshew. Catch is made by Arcega-Whiteside. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain there of 21 yards.
That's good for the Broncos. First down. First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Ready. 50, plant. 54. Drop deep. Now.
On first and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Hey, come on now.
On second down now, it's Sanders. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
You don't want no problem for me. A gain of a yard. Brings up third and...
The Broncos on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Out of the gun is Minshew. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They'll get a couple yards on that one. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Badgley able to knock this one through. And that will tie things up at 6-6. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on,
one?
what does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Let's go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They start on the ground with Geis. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. It looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves them with 7 yards to go on third down.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
Throwing on third down, Tannehill. He's got his running back, Darius Geis. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. They get the guard out of Georgia Tech, Shaq Mason. So following the holding call, what can they do here on third and long? From the gun, here's Tannehill. He's got Adams on the hookup. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
A gain of 21 yards. First down, Jacksonville.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Let's go. Let's go.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 37 yards.
First down, Jaguars.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. On the draw, they go to Geis. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
2-18, chop. 5. Hustle.
Now it's Tannehill. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Back to throw, Tannehill. Open man is Gordon, complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 14.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
No. 22-jet bomber. 22-jet bomber.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. And he's got the hook up to Moore. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
As the field starts to get condensed, the defense likes that a lot because now you don't have as much space to cover, but a well-run corner route there.
On the set. 52. I'm scared. Tight ends on the loose. Ready?
They go quickly here out to Moore. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. David Moore, as the first half is winding down, as his guys are able to regain the lead. So now Tannehill leading his crew to the line to go for 2.
Line 54. Hey, seam 6. 5.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. And he'll get into the end zone. That gives his guys an 8-point lead. And around the goal line, especially on two-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Ready up. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming. Protein spell.
Tannehill on third down. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Here we go with Geis. And he will force his way forward for a yard or two, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot, but they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
And this punt sails over the sideline, and the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line.
Let's go. 18 Gator. 54. Right, 54. Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go.
Minshew, 1st and 10. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. 18 big yards on that one, and a Denver first. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll run with Sanders. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Xavier Woods, the free safety, up to make the tackle.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They'll run. It's Sanders. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
80 weapon. Ready.
On 2nd and 2, Minshew. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And
as Sanders has it poked free.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now Minshew on 1st and 10. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Off play action, it's Minshew. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 12-yard line. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Minshew. That's complete to Sharp. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Again, Minshew looking to throw. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Derek Wolfe popping in for the sack. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
He'll buy some time right. He may try and run for this. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. Give him 9 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a 1st down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
The Broncos had 15 4th down conversions last year, most in the NFL, and they're going here. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. Bradley able to punch this one through. And that'll get the lead down to 5. So it's a 3rd field goal for him now. He's accounted for all 9 points. I look down to the sideline, though. You can just tell they weren't too happy for 3. They wanted 6.
So they have to have 6. Look, he's keeping them afloat, but they really need to do exactly what you talked about. They need to get into the end zone and score some touchdowns. Otherwise, he's going to have to kick a lot more field goals than just the 3 he's already put through the post.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Shotgun handoff now to Geis. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Ready, ready. 70, Indy. I got it. Now.
3rd and 2, Tannehill. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They are going for it. It's Tannehill. And Adams has it. Complete. It's a gain of 20 as we wind down near 20 seconds left in the quarter. This will probably be the last play of the quarter.
We always hear about guys wanting to make plays that quiet a crowd.
Yeah.
After that one.
Here in the 3rd quarter, they were hoping to get the stop, get the football back. Not the case.
What a completion on a 4th down play.
Ready? 18, Tater. Right, 54. Here we go, here we go. Kill. X3, 218, chopper. Check safety. Hey, exit. Ready?
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Got out of the pocket, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Switch. 22 jet bomber. Hey, Echo. 5.
Geis with a carry on 2nd down. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
And it's 3rd down.
Down. 8, read.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed it.
Super toe.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll go play action here with Minshew. He completes it to Jones. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver 1st down. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Here's Sanders. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
2nd and 10 here. 2nd and 10. 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 2nd 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Check Mike, check Mike.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zach Brown making his presence felt in the backfield. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has, but in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
See what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Sanders. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Minshew looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it. Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. On 2nd and 10, it's Minshew. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Ready.
And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. They go back to the ground with Sanders. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a carry for Sanders. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively.
Got it.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Pull it high.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Let's go. 30 base.
All right, T, let's switch. Check 31, check 31.
Watch the eye. Check 4. Check 26. 80 weapon.
57 for Mike. Get him.
Watch that. Check 13. 49. Check 49. 61. Matchbox lights.
They'll try to run with Sanders, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. He's back to throw. Flush to his right. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos have retaken the lead. So now an extra point doesn't help much. They'll try to go for 2 to make the difference a field goal, and they can lead it by 3. Minshew sets to throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, that decision to me was all about pulling up the chart. You know, that beautiful chart that tells you when to go for 2, when to go for 1. I do love it. It helps you with your decision-making during heated times. And just look at it right here in this point of the game. Go for 2, try and make it a field goal difference.
But now just up 1 makes the rest of this 4th quarter a little more interesting.
Yeah, they followed the chart. They just didn't get the 2 points on the board, did they?
Nope. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again? And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And they will take over.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Give him 16 yards on the play. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They'll go again with Sanders. And he's across for the